Today we're going to explore a very different theme park from anything you've ever seen. Welcome to Movieland.
Welcome to Movieland. This is a theme park situated on Lake Garda, right next to Gardaland, which you might have heard of since it's the biggest in Italy. Movieland is a family-owned theme park, very close to Gardaland, like 5 minutes, but it's completely different from anything you've ever seen in your entire life, anywhere you've been. Trust me, this is something completely different. I know some of you might think about Movie Park Germany. No, Movieland is another thing. It's really unique in what it has to offer, and today I'll show you a full tour. This is the entrance of the park. It's of course inspired by Universal as far as like aesthetics, but the history, it's actually really old. This is part of the Caneva World Resort, and they have a water park, this theme park, plus 3 restaurants and a tiki bar. Everything started in 1965 with this guy Alfonso, which is actually back there right now. He's always in the park to this day, make sure that everything like works perfectly, even though his son Fabio is now the CEO and like oversees every single thing about this park and take action every single day. But Alfonso is always here anyway, making sure that everything works, watching every show every single day, which is amazing. Anyway, everything started with him in 1965 with a disco, which then expanded into a pool, and then the first slide, then the highest slide in Europe in the 90s, Los Ducas, and then expanding into a fully themed tropical island water park, Caneva, which is nearby, which then kept expanding until 2022, where the son Fabio, after different trips to the US, decided to open a movie theme park here on Lake Garda, not too far from Garda, literally 5 minutes. They did something amazing from nothing. In 2002, they opened this archway and the street all the way to the arena, which is in the middle of the park, where they would show this Rambo show, which was approved by Sylvester Stallone in person, which is crazy, at least the script. And that's how they started. And then the year after, 2003, they actually opened the whole park with a few more attractions. Even though it was nothing like this, it kept growing in the years, and every year they added something to make this park a great park and different. Different is the key word. I already talked too much. I'm here today with my girlfriend Kelsey.
Ciao! Okay, I love this park because I love Universal Studios, and you might see some similarities, Americans, and you'll be like, it's just a copycat. Well, the thing is, Universal's owned by a big corporation. This is family owned, so it's impressive that they built this with like just themselves, like no major funding. It's a family. And so yes, it's very much inspired by Universal, but there's like a lot of rides here that I actually love the different take on it. And like a lot of the actors that they use repeatedly in the shows are also like in all the instruction videos, so you'll see. It's amazing. I really love this. So it just warms my heart.
As soon as you enter, on the right side, there's this like huge bridge, and you can cross it, and it leads to the first few attractions. Of course, this whole part was added later, I think around 2018, where they have the only big roller coaster, which is an inverted boomerang, because everything else is unique, very different attractions, like the one back here, which is dinosaur themed. We'll get there. This ride is called Diabolik, and it's based on a comic, and it's a comic that my uncle used to read, and they made a whole ride about. The concept is really simple. It's just this thief, he's stealing some jewelry, and we help him escape, basically. This is the baseline of the attraction. It's not too bad, honestly. It's not the smoothest, but it's pretty good, and it often doesn't have a huge line because this is not the main part of Movieland.
Oh no! Oh, porca miseria! Oh mio Dio!
But let me show you what I mean by different with this next attraction, which was introduced in 2019, and it's a dinosaur ride. It's called Pangea, and the guests actually drive the jeep. You board, and then you start this whole adventure. There is a video, you can choose the language, there's also English. A lot of things in this park are also made for an English audience because it's very close to Germany. They have a lot of people coming from abroad to visit this park. And so you will understand most of the story, even if you'll miss like a few things on the shows, but you'll understand most of it. The only thing is one of you will have to actually drive the Jeep. There's some sensors on the side of the Jeep and on the track so that you cannot go outside of the perimeter. So it's really safe. But at the same time, even younger kids can actually drive this, which makes it really, really fun. 150 centimeter is the height to be able to drive, just because you have to reach the wheel. If you're lower than that, you can still go if you're accompanied by a family member.
Come to Pangea, the world of dinosaurs. Sorry, I was getting excited. This specimen seems a little restless.
Whoa!
Can you fidget spinners of Pangea?
Oh my gosh.
A drop tower!
We should now see the or rather, what is left of it today. Identifying the specimens on the monitor was weak, and we were unable to receive their full message. There are security protocols. Now, the most important thing is to get away.
Uh-oh.
We gotta get away.
And as you can see, back here, there's a few slides from Caneva. That one is the tallest. It's really scary. Maybe I'll make a video about Caneva. Just closed yesterday because it's September. And also, as you can see, the whole park is themed towards America in general, but now especially because in September there's the American Beer Fest, which makes everything even more American. And there's a bunch of games throughout the park that you can play and exclusive food. And then in October it's gonna be different because it's gonna be themed around Halloween. In the summer it's the classic park, but there's a lot of different events. And then in November they do a little bit of Christmas, early Christmas stuff. This one on my right is the newest attraction of this year. It's called Disaster, the Blockbuster Tour, and it's basically a studio tour ride, and it's pretty cool.
Immergeremo nell'atmosfera epica.
Oh. No! Ti prego! Anche le pale! No, grazie.
Ho un po' di regali da fare. Questa la mettiamo qui. Questa la togliamo.
È vero, whisky?
Inenarrabile volta di...
Ma non vedo nessuno in giro. Ecco chi ci può aiutare. Non fuggire dalle loro case quando sentono la sirena. Accorciarsi dalle loro
Uh-oh.
hanno sottolineato i momenti indimenticabili del parco, come e dove sono stati utilizzati. Beh, ho sempre sognato di nuotare con i delfini. No.
Now let's get into the actual park. As you can see in this park, there's a lot of shows. Now there's one going on in the main street of the park, which is this area. And you should definitely see the main shows at least. These small ones are more for kids. They still make a good chunk of the experience in Movieland. Also, I have discounted tickets that you can access with the link in the description to come to the park and also support my work here on this channel. So I know a lot about theme parks because I have a YouTube channel in Italy already, and I was like, I would like to share my passion of theme parks with more people. So I was like, let me make something in English. So if you see me interacting with the cast or like extra things that I'll show you throughout this video or backstage stuff, it's because I did a lot of things. I'm here every year multiple times, and we have a bunch of different kind of projects going on, just so you know. First, here in Main Street, there's a beautiful horror house, which used to be a classic horror house with like themed at different kind of like movies with like scare moments. But then, a few years ago, it was completely rethemed based on a real serial killer story, which would be the Holmes Hotel. But they themed this so well. And a few years back, I made a whole video introduction to this attraction when it launched. Went inside, I showed the different parts of the set.
Welcome. We're inside the Holmes Hotel, residence of the serial killer who lived in the mid-1800s in the United States. And I'm here to tell you about the newest attraction of Movieland, the Hollywood Park. I'm inside the horror house. Born in 2003 in Movieland, and now an historical attraction that this year was completely renewed and transformed into the H.H. Holmes Hotel, a new experience. Henry Howard Holmes, born in 1861 in New Hampshire, United States. The death was violent, and as a young kid was bullied at school, especially because he was a smart kid. Because of multiple abuses, his personality started mutating, developed pleasure into torturing animals, and starting having an experiment on them. Years later, he answered to an ad on a newspaper. An old lady was searching for a helper for its pharmacy. He went to the old lady and told her he would cure her sick husband, who had been ill for a long time. However, Holmes only faked helping him while he was giving him poison until he killed him. He then told the old lady to give him the pharmacy. She accepted, and just a few days later, she disappeared too. With money from some insurance fraud, built a huge building, 3 floors. There was his house, pharmacy, store, and hotel. He also built inside the building secret passages and labyrinths, and made some of the rooms deadly. Gas chambers, holes in the floor that led to corrosive acids, and much more. Inside the building, he killed hundreds of people. And this year, he'll be thrown in that era. Will you be able to escape H.H. Holmes?
Anyway, they took this story, which actually Leonardo DiCaprio, I think there's a script of this movie and he should play Henry Howard Holmes. I think with Scorsese. There was like rumors about this story and them making a movie. Anyway, they decided to make it into an attraction right now, and it's a really crazy story. Let's get inside the Holmes Hotel.
Basta! Oh no!
But if you're scared, they also have a family tour. This is the time where they actually do it. And it's nothing scary. There's an actor that will show you the house and all the sets and the theming. And that's actually really cool, especially if you're too scared to do it, because then you can see that and maybe be like, okay, I think I can do it. Or maybe not, but at least you see the attraction and it's not just, you know, living there, because the theming is so freaking good. I'll show you some of it later.
So welcome to the Holmes Hotel. Now, in this tour we will see the secret room of this hotel. Remember, There are some parts in the darkness. In the darkness, stay close, follow the red light, and follow this. This is the light of safety. Welcome. Welcome in this elevator. Okay, now we descend near the hotel. We will arrive at the first room. The first room with a beautiful light on. We will do our first step in a funny place, a cemetery. Holmes built a hotel called the Castle, but this corridor brings us to the first secret room, the boiler room. You think that I am lost, but I am lost. This is the basement of the hotel. This hotel was full of these secret passages. Here Holmes cut the body of people and do you want to taste the specialty of the house? Thank you for your visit and have a nice day in Movieland, the Hollywood Park. Follow me.
But it's a great horror house because it's, yes, of course, scary, but also there's a story, and the story is told very well throughout the whole house, which is what makes the difference to me. And Kelsey, no, because she was very, very freaking scared when we did it the first time.
I like go through any horror house like this, like clutching the person in front of me, and then even when the girl like popped up on the sides, I was just like, like if I was paying attention, I would have fainted.
Kelsey's working on a video about horror houses and general like horror themed. She's working on this video because she's like, American stuff might be not as scary in the main theme parks, at least, like Disney, Universal.
Yeah, no, definitely America could make some pretty scary stuff, like private horror houses, but like Disney and Universal is like, it's fine. It's very commercialized, but like here, like they take you in groups and then they'll like take you out. Nah. Bye, ciao.
Of course, in this one, they don't touch you. You know, it's a very classic rule horror house. But they also have another horror house only for the Halloween time, which is called Asylum. And that one, it's pretty crazy. They can throw stuff on you, like paint that looks like blood. They can separate you from the group, put you in like an isolation room. It's very crazy, but that's a whole nother story. It's now time for the first show in Movieland, Medusa. Don't miss the show in this park.
My name is David Connor, and I'm an archaeologist. Let's go back in 1943. Our journey starts in Serifos, where we found the secret of Medusa's pit. Finally, my family's work was rewarded. Ehi tu, con quella spazzola, fa attenzione, rischi di rovinare l'incisione. Lei, tra le gorgoni, sì, era la più bella, un viso dolce e caldo come una stella. Io non tradirò mai la mia terra. Eccoci qui! Sì, ecco! La vita mia, cos'è? Uccidete questi esseri, forza!
It's so cute. Oh my gosh.
That's
It was a love story. That was impressive. Honestly, that's like Disney level. I really like this story. I love it.
For now, this is the main street and it's really beautiful. There's a lot of Easter eggs. Of course, we have Iced-on ice cream. And then there's HHM on the windows there with Better Call Saul. It's a really beautiful main street with a Hollywood sign. There's beautiful movies. The club sandwich here. Absolutely try it. It's really good, really yummy. It's one of my favorite places to eat at. And it's really, really vibey. Great photo ops with the cars and like the scenery. But here we have the Metropole Cinema, which is actually an attraction. It's a simulator cinema 3D ride. Today is a Monday, there's not many people. The next show will be in 15 minutes, so we'll be back and do this in the meantime. It's really pretty. This is the simulator. You put the stuff in here. And then you sit down, sit button, and then we wait. Bandito is always a cute ride. It used to be 3D and money would fly down at the end. It doesn't happen anymore. and you used to get water and air. Everything is off right now, but like even besides that, it's still like a cute ride, which they will probably fix next season. But let me show you some other stuff. Ambassador Hotel, which is a makeup studio down there. And then we have a stage where they do a show right here. And Fantasmic is a horror house for kids, which is right there. Buongiorno! Sempre un piacere, sempre bellissimo il parco. So this is the horror house for kids? Yeah, you wanna do it? It's a walkthrough horror house for kids. This one, no actors. Just moving stuff maybe. It's really dark, especially because outside is really sunny. I always bump my head everywhere because it's made for kids. It's very Haunted Mansion vibe, like kids edition, and very Nightmare Before Christmas vibe. Here there's a slide. It's very dark. Okay.
There's a slide?
Yeah, don't crush at the end because it goes really fast. Wait. Okay, go. Go.
Oh, no, it's great.
Scary? It's for kids. Ah!
That's too much for me. I think I can't do a normal horror. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. This is for kids?
This way, yeah.
For kids.
Okay, go on the bridge.
No, you first.
But I wanna film you. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Don't fall down.
Why am I so weak?
And this is a bar. Actually, they did a movie about Diabolik. I didn't know. Paramount. Dino De Laurentiis. I think it's Italian, yeah. There's a show right here. Dirty Dancing Recheck. The Movieland Recheck are actual movies where they take the audio and they do a recheck. So they actually act it live here with the music and the sound. Not just a tiny piece of the movie. They did Back to the Future years ago and it was so good. Never seen Dirty Dancing. We can watch it.
E noi questa mattina gireremo la scena madre del film Dirty Dancing 1900. Light, camera, action!
Vi prego di scusare l'interruzione. Finora ho sempre chiuso io lo spettacolo.
Giant here in the back comes from Canada, from a mall, and they bought it and they put it here, and it's a drop tower, one of the original model of drop towers, which drops and then like slides all the way down there. It's a really crazy experience. It feels scary because it makes really weird noise because it's an old design of a ride, but it's really thrilling and one of the scariest in here, to be honest. Again, it's different, but it's beautiful, and it's called Hollywood Tower. The theme is very similar to the Hollywood Tower, the actual Hollywood Tower in Disney, and there's also the same soundtrack, or very similar. But the story is that while you're up there, lightning hits the tower, and you drop away in this elevator back to the terrain, basically. It's a really cool experience. Don't miss it if you like thrills.
Or if you feel like you want to die. That is the scariest tower of my life.
No. Mamma mia. Still done. Now is the worst part. Now is the worst. Now is the
During this time they have like American snacks that you can buy, like drinks and stuff. We have Mando and Wednesday. Mando is coming. Oh no. Salve. YouTuber. This is the way. And here we're getting to another original attraction, which is Magma. This is Magma 2.0, to be honest, because it's a newer version compared to the one that originally opened. I did it the first time in 2008 when I first came here, and it was the original Magma. Now it's Magma 2.1, so they changed a few things throughout the years. Basically, you're on this track. There's a stuntman driving the whole track on this bumpy road through all this scenery and effects and things happening, plus there's a story. Trust me, it's really crazy and really different than anything else you've ever tried. Now we're gonna get on, but trust me, you have to do this. It's so good.
It's my favorite in this park, but you get so wet.
Yeah, if you don't want to get wet, stay on the right side. If you do want to get wet, stay on the left side.
Let's go.
Buenos dias.
Oh Madonna. You're gone, Kelsey.
And right in front of Magma, they built this little Italy with Alfonso's Italian taste. They make basically piadina, bruschetta, things like that here. It's a really good place to eat, to be honest, really healthy. And right here, there's the Movieland Theater on the left inside, and it's again an indoor theater. And back there's another show called Overdrive.
On the set of Overdrive. As you can see, there's always 2 units working on an action movie. Action!
Vai! Liscialo! Salta di sopra! Salti, sembra un aereo che sta facendo cosa lui. Va bene, vai, vai! Action! Piano! Guarda qua, guarda qua! Andrea, guarda qua!
Now we have some other food trucks for the special American Beer Fest event. Here we have a car that could be familiar to some of you. There's a lot of like photo ops and like cool cars all around, like taken from the movies. Up here we have We Are Back, which is basically a simulator ride where Dr. Brown's sons are now testing time traveling, and they build a company that will bring people back in time. But something goes wrong and the nephews come in and they have to save the situation because the sons, Jules and Vern, are stuck in the past. And so we're gonna go on this whole adventure trying to save them. And inside here, it's yes, cinema 3D, but it also has special effects, fire, water, wind, yeah, I said fire, and also actors. It's a really different take on a 3D cinema, to be honest. And I love the show, the video is well made. Let's go.
The line is cool.
Cool, right?
La prossima volta ci dedicheremo a come controllare il meteo! Siamo già in contatto con la control room!
Ci sei? Siamo connessi con le sale di smontamento?
Sì, siamo connessi!
Buongiorno a tutti!
Non è mica come prendere le patatine al supermercato. Effettivamente faccio un po' di fatica.
Perfetto! Antonio, prendi anche tu, da casa del canciato.
Sarà una passeggiata.
10 livello 55. E questo che costo è?
Il sovraccarico triplicato la...
Tranquilla Jessie, c'è il cuginetto.
Sai, ma quello è papà! E c'è anche lo zio!
Un momento, torno subito.
And back here we have a giant rocket. That's a combo tower themed as a space mission. And it's called Space Mission Orbit. Pronti? Oh no! Uh-oh. Back there's a restaurant. It's a robot serving restaurant with those like little robots that will bring you the food, which is a cool concept. And back here is the original arena for the Rambo show, which is the show that the park opened with. And it's a giant, beautiful arena, which throughout the day it's used for actual attraction, but we'll get there. This we'll see tonight. They have a show at 5:15. Don't miss the shows in this park. And the times will change based on the season you come in, so always check. Here there's a little bar. There's like a little playground for kids down here. And it's also the entrance of Mission Orbit back there. But then, a little bit hidden, there's actually a beautiful, great attraction called Antares. Here you can see the actual entrance, and that up there is the logo. It's basically a gravitron ride. It basically spins really fast, making you feel like certain G's of acceleration, and it simulates a ride on Mars. It's like this company just opened and they offer trips to Mars through a black hole to get there really fast, but you will feel some G of acceleration. And so it's all based as this like travel space company. It's well themed. There's a great story, again, as every other attraction in this park, even though maybe the concept of the ride is really simple, but like everything that's built around it, it's really full and rich, which is the beautiful thing about this park. Two pre-show, Italian and English. We're about to go on a trip on Mars.
I love Mars.
I'm the founder of this interplanetary airline. Space was my destination.
Ready for Mars?
Yeah.
Per favore prestate attenzione a queste macchine. 3, 2, 1. Stage booster separation. A wonderful formula evolves across the world.
We're on Mars.
I love it. I love feeling the G-force against my face, especially just seeing Top Gun. I'm like, how do fighter pilots move in that? I can barely lift my head. You must have a strong neck. Gotta work out.
Up here they have a little Mexican restaurant with tacos, nachos. To be honest, it's not the best. It's not my favorite because it's like hard shell tacos. Yeah, it's not my favorite. I think they should probably do it a little bit different with like soft tacos. It will be better, like to make it a little bit more real Mexican style. But still, this is a little, now it's empty because it's not season anymore, but throughout the summer you can battle with your friends here with water bombs. And with this catapult, you can catapult it all the way to the other target and, you know, get your friends wet. It's interesting. We're getting to Kit Mini Jet, which is this boat ride where kids can actually drive these little boats on this small area. But it's a pretty cool, simple attraction for kids, and again, well themed. Like the scenery, it's really beautiful in my opinion.
It's really cute. I love it. It's beautiful, yeah.
But then the main real attraction is Kit Super Jet, and this is based on Knight Rider, the actual show with David Hasselhoff. And I don't know if any of you ever seen, this is the car, it's a model of the car. And kind of like Magma, there's a stuntman driving this U-boat inside the arena and doing crazy stunts while you're on the actual boat, and you get really soaked in this ride, trust me. This giant truck is the entrance of the ride. It's beautiful, it's fun, absolutely don't miss it. It's a very different experience there's no other place where you can have it. Actually, well, there's one place, it's based on Shoot-Over River in New Zealand, where they actually go on these crazy boats inside a river really fast, and this is based on that. There's some reference to it into the ride, and David Hasselhoff actually did the pre-show because Fabio, the owner of the park, met him in the US when he was there, and he asked him to do the like pre-show. He filmed him and he was like, sure, let's do it. He had the car from the show, and so they filmed it there and they used it as a pre-show for the ride itself, which is crazy. It's really cool. And then they for Italy everything is dubbed, so they got the original dubber of David Hasselhoff to like play the part. As you board, you get one of these life jackets. This is Kid Super Jet, and that's actually David Hasselhoff. This is Fabio, just meeting him randomly in LA at his house, and him showing the car and like being like, yeah, I'll do this video. I told you.
That was so cool. The craziest driving in my life happens in Movieland.
Now, if we keep going down, you see U571, which is another simulator. This one is really cool because you're in this submarine and it's simulated throughout the First World War, if I'm not mistaken, during a battle with a submarine, and then you get hit and like you go down to the bottom of the ocean. It's a crazy story, crazy experience. This ride used to be in Gardaland, and then they brought it here and rebuilt it completely different. In Gardaland it was just like a simple astroline simulator, like where you would go on Mars. But here it's very, very different, and it's really cool. Even here, if you're in the wrong place, you'll get really wet. Alright, it's the moment of U571. I swear, it's so scary. And this ride is based on the old movie U571, which is basically a submarine movie with a battle and everything, and this simulates that.
This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I'll see you outside the ride. I'll just show you the inside because it will be then dark and moving, but it's so freaking cool, trust me. And that's where you sit. Right after this, we're getting to the kids area of the park called Stone Age, where they have the main kids rides. Before going there though, there's a monorail that goes around this part of the park, which we might try to do now, and it's still based on movies, and it will tell you the story of the park. I think you can choose the language. I think we can do it in English. If you come through the weekend, it's really busy. In the weekdays, it's pretty chill. So if you want to do everything like without lines, it's a good time to go. This is the view on Lake Garda, which is amazing. We'll see it also from this ride. There we are. From here you can choose English language or Italian.
Welcome to the Panorama Tram. We will make some stops and you will discover many small curiosities of Movieland.
You see a lot of backstage in this area. Like this is a part of Magma that we saw before. How they fill up the tank and then it moves and it opens and all the water splashes down. Here's this boat ride and a flume ride. This is all themed as in like Stone Age kids stuff, which is the bottom part of the park. I would say the weakest, but also it's good for kids, even though this park is not fully for like little kids. But they have some stuff. They do have some stuff. If you have a family with like an older and a younger, even the younger can do something. Especially like this ride, which is a Jeep Desert, like go-karty ride. Super well themed, and it's actually really cool. The view of the lake is also amazing. And you can see part of the other ride, Disaster. From here, this is the main show scene of Disaster. But the color of the lake is stunning.
I think this is the best part. Theme park next to a gorgeous Italian lake.
Down there, if you look really closely, you can see Gardaland. They're really close, but they have nothing to do with each other. Gardaland is Maryland owned, and this park is family owned. But yeah, the lake is gorgeous. Oh, and this is a small flat ride, spinning flat ride with like arms going up and down. Simple. And then there's a small power train, super small for little kids. US Army.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the festival. Regia, audio effect.
Check 1, check 2.
Con il massimo rispetto.
Scendi!
John J. Rambo, Berretti Verdi, Esercito degli Stati Uniti. Sono io che vengo a prenderti. Missione compiuta.
So you've seen Movieland today, but you really have to come here and experience this park because it's something really different that with the video you can understand a little bit, and I hope I just gave you a little bit of curiosity to come here and explore. Maybe the next time you come to Gardaland, you can also do an extra day and stay here the second day. Trust me, it's really worth it. Beautiful park, well ran, with a lot of cool things. Yes, it could be better in some stuff, but overall it's a really great experience that you can only have here and nowhere else in the world. That's what makes it really cool and different than anything else. Movieland, great job as usual. I'll see you probably next year with another Movieland video. If you want updates, more information, just let me know and I'll make a video about it. Leave a comments in the description. Remember my tickets if you want to come to the park, and I'll see you in my next adventure.